Hi, it's Rhonda Kuning again with another file folder. This time I'm basing my file around planning, so I'm using a blue that to me represents blueprints and just a piece of printer paper that I'm painting blue so that I can emboss it when it's dry. I mixed a whole heap of blues together to get this colour. If you have a look at the details, I have the list of ingredients and media that I've used. And now I have a list of Bible verses that are all related to planning. I just looked up on my eSword, selected planning and got all these Bible verses, and I'm just writing them on with watercolour pencils in different colour blues. Now that paper's dry, I'm using my embosser to emboss these. It's a couple of Tim Holtz folders that I'm using. I put them in the wrong way the first time, so I had to redo that one. Thankfully I had enough painted paper to use, otherwise it could have had to start all over again. And then I was going to originally sand that colour off, but because the paper was so flimsy, I used some titanium white on a dry wet white to just lightly rub over the raised areas of the embossing, which is why having it the wrong way around was a problem. And I've got a piece of a plan, architect's plan, that I've scavenged in my paper collection for this particular piece, and I think it goes well. I'm using Mod Podge to glue down these embossed pieces. I'm only putting it on the reverse because I realised after I started that the Mod Podge will reactivate the watercolour pencil and it would blur and go everywhere, and I didn't really want to have it too illegible at the end. So I'm gluing the paper down to make a pocket using double-sided tape, obviously, and I put that piece right there so that it would hold the page down, so that when I actually used the pocket it wouldn't tear, because while it's fairly sturdy paper, it's only torn paper after all. And just to use up all those bits of paper, I've added a few more bits of blue paper in there. Now it's dry, the Mod Podge is dry, so I can cut off all the extra pieces. And I've got my Sigmo pen was the one I ended up going to write onto the acrylic paint. I tried one, that other one I've got there is from Typo, and it just wouldn't write on the acrylic paint, so the Sigmo works on just about anything. It's great. Now I've got some broken china distress ink. I don't have the pad for this, so I just put a couple of drops on my silicone mat and used my blending tool to blend it around the edges there and a bit over the pocket and the pocket edges. Now I want to do the title of this page in a contrasting colour, and the contrasting colour for blue is orange. So I'm using cadmium orange and a needle tip squeeze bottle, some gloss, medium and varnish, and a little bit of water just to make it runny enough to write with, but not too runny that it doesn't hold its shape once it's written. These squeeze bottles are such fun to use. I got the idea from another lady on YouTube, Denise is her name, and she does wonderful paintings with them. Now I've just got a orange biro that I'm writing Jeremiah 29:11 on there, which is to do with God having good plans for you. And the orange title on its own looked sort of out of place, so I added a bit more orange to the page with I used that bottle again, but I used it to drip splodges with and sprayed some water, so the writing in the background did end up getting blurred, but I'm quite happy with the way it turned out. Now that's all dry, as you can tell from the different light. I've got a PITT pen in warm grey, and I'm doing a drop shadow on the writing. Because it's raised, it's really easy to do a drop shadow on there. And my final touches with a blue Sharpie and signature, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back again soon with another one. Bye.